So frequent questions that we get about economic development. Why did the city approve another Starbucks? Why can't we get a Trader Joe's? Why doesn't the city go out and do this? A lot of times people say, what are you, the city, putting X there? If we don't own the land, we can't put anything anywhere. We don't make these things up. These come to us from landowners. The thing is if you want to have total control over what happens on a piece of land, your best bet is to buy it. Plain and simple. You buy it. If you want to control it, you buy it. Because you don't want them coming to you and saying, I want you to do this on your land, but you're asking them to do the exact same thing. So we can regulate land use categories, not brand names. So I'm going to bring up a map. Here is our land use map. If you look at it, areas in different shades of red and pink are the commercial zones, which includes retail. The exception is the pink area within the Summerwind Ranch specific plan, which is business park. Everywhere else, pink and red is retail. The zoning text, which is scrolling through the screen here, lays out what is allowed within each of these zones on the map. And it says things like restaurants, general retail, drive-thrus. What you don't see on there is Starbucks or Dollar Tree or Stater Brothers. A P means the use is permitted in that zone, which means it only needs to go through ministerial approvals at the staff level. A C means the use requires a conditional use permit, which is approved by the Planning Commission. And an X means that use is not allowed in that zone. So the market decides which company fills that space. Developer and owners secure tenants based on what's financially viable. Since cities can't legally deny a project just because of which retailer it is, if it fits the zoning. Why are we adding another dollar store? Cities shouldn't allow that. It's a retail use. Retail uses are allowed. We can't say, well, we don't want that brand here. It doesn't work that way. We can't legally do that. And when cities impose excessive costs or requirements or put moratoriums on certain uses, cities lose that opportunities. Moratoriums signal to developers and brokers that the city may lean towards being business unfriendly, and it may have a ripple effect and impact things that the cities actually do want. Again, we can't force a developer to build a specific brand or tenant. We can encourage it, we can facilitate it as much as we can, but we can't force it. And developers then evaluate risk, lease terms, economics, covenants, and demand. And so in those areas, cities usually have very limited leverage. And sometimes residents expect the city to force developers to pay for improvements, so roads, signalization, landscaping, that are beyond what is viable. If the city demands too much, developers may decline to build or may push for less desirable uses. So there's a balancing act here, right? I mean, requiring too little undermines public benefits. Requiring too much kills projects.